Today we're in my 2017 Mustang GT with almost 140,000 miles on it, and I have come across my first real issue, and it's not what you would expect it to be. I broke the clutch pedal. It shifted to the left, and if I press it right now, it only goes about halfway, but if I go to the right just a little bit, it goes all the way. So my plan of action is to come in here and take this whole pedal assembly out, if I can find the right image for it. So can you see up there where it's like kind of reddish, silverish? That's where the weld broke. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to weld it a lot better than what Ford did, because it looks like there's a cylinder right there and they just tacked it real small. So there's 8 nuts and bolts that you have to take off total. There's 4 for the brake booster. There's 1, 2 right there. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get an angle. There's 1, 2, and then right above each one. Really hard because the pedal's in the way. And all the way up top, there's 2 up there. There's 2 up top. And then if we come over here to the left side of the pedal, there's 2 over here as well. There's 1 right there. There's 1 above it. You can kind of see it. It's right there. And then you got your little sensors for your brake and clutch switches over there as well, somewhere right there, I believe. Where's it at? There it is. And also, I believe you have to go in the engine bay, take the line off the master cylinder, and it should come right out. But let me try and zoom in a little bit on that piece. That's the weld that's broken right there. See the weld? Sheared right off. There are 2 lines that you need to take off from your master cylinder. Your master cylinder is right here. You have 2 lines that you need to take off according to this. You have this clutch line right here, this plastic one. Goes down there. You should just be able to pull that off. And then there's 1 below it. You see the metal line there. And if you can see that little metal clip, get a pick or a screwdriver or something and get a magnet ready. You're gonna pry on that, pull that clip out, and then that line just pulls right out. And it's, let me get a little further out, it's really tight. So get you some long needle nose pliers or something, long screwdriver, and like I said, get a magnet ready. Do not lose that. And once you get that out, that should be the last piece to get your pedal out. The pedal has now been re-welded and reinstalled, and it has now been welded on both sides. Let's see if we can get a good image of it up here. Right there. We painted it too. So the weld was right there. Let's see if I get my shadow on it. So we did both sides of it. I don't think I could get the other side, but we did weld both sides of it. Now that we have reinstalled the clutch pedal and the clutch line, we have to bleed the clutch. And what I did here is just pick up one of these cheap bleeder tools, you know, brake bleeder, clutch bleeder, whatever you want to call them. this plastic line, and make sure it has a gauge too. And you're gonna need some sort of cap or fitting or some sort of whatever you want to call it. I made this homemade. These things are like $40 or something, or $40 or $50 at your regular parts store. And my local parts store didn't have them in stock, and I couldn't get them for like 4 days. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make my own. So I went to Lowe's and I picked up this little rubber grommet. It was like $4. And then I took this little bleeder valve here off of an old wheel cylinder I had laying around that I just replaced on my 86 F250. And then I drilled a hole in it. And ignore this this bolt here. I drilled a little sideways and got a little extra hole, but it's capped off. So you're gonna come over here to the master cylinder. Now again, this is after you reinstall this line here. This goes to your clutch pedal right there, and you just take it off down here. Top it off with whatever your car recommends. For this 2017 Mustang GT, it recommends .4. I've already done that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. I might need a zip tie. Alright, I got this on. What you're going to do is you're going to pump the clutch. Now, I've already done this, but you're going to come in here, pump the clutch. About 10 or 15 times. Come back here, squeeze this trigger and get it up to about 10 to 20. And just pump the clutch again. You know, 10 or 15 times. Come back and release your pressure. And do that about 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times, I don't know, it really depends. And top off your fluid, put your cap back on, and that's it. Be back on the road. So let's take this thing down the road and see how it does. Clutch pedal feels really good, actually. Feels more firm than what it did originally. So maybe it needed bled this whole time. I don't know. We're gonna take it down the road and see how it does. For now. Hopefully the welds that we put on there are better than what Ford put on. The root of the cause, I don't know if that was because of me, the way I put my foot on the pedal, or if it was just a bad design. They should have put a weld on both sides instead of just the one side. You know, who knows? I mean, the car is getting old. It's got almost 140,000 miles on it. I mean, it's bound for something to break eventually. I mean, that's the first time something has broke that it wasn't my fault. I broke an axle at the drag strip, you know, a couple months back, and you know, I had drag radials on it. It was gonna happen. For this to be the first real issue, I'm okay with it. You know, it's not a big deal, and I really didn't have to spend any money. It was just time. So, with that being said, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Take it easy.